Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate background preload. I'm going to use a Windows 10 1909 ESD installation that I've published using component select mode. This isn't the preferred way of delivering an OS. This is just an example of a large package and how I can do that using background preload. So I've taken the Windows 10 1909 ISO. I've extracted it, and then I've just put a couple of scripts in there to execute if I want to start the installation. So then I package that using component select mode, put it into the CSDB editor, and so here I have a software package, Win 10 1909 ESD, and it is an optional service. So what I want to do is deliver this in the background to a remote system. On the agent here, I'm going to initiate the installation using preload is equal to B and sname is equal to the service that I want to bring down. Once that completes and builds the data bits, we need to then build the software package, and we're going to do that using a callback script. So the callback script is almost identical to the preload script. We're using some different syntax at the beginning here where we are not using it here. We also do not have a preload is equal to B on our callback script because this is a regular software connect that's going to run in the RAD tray. It's going to show us that it's downloading the Win 10 1909 ESD, but it already exists, so it's not downloading it over the internet. It's downloading it downloading it locally from the data repository. This callback script is initiated using an optional attribute inside of the client core settings, and that is rad stg cb for callback script, and it just is a location name of the file that we want to execute. Now you can deliver this file any way you want. You could have packaged it with the original software and delivered it so that when the callback script runs it already exists, or you can put it there or put it there using a different software service. But it does need to obviously exist before you can execute it. And I've just placed it here in the ctemp folder, software callback. So once we execute this, we're going to see rad stgrq is going to run along with radconct, but radconct will only appear briefly, and then it will end and leave rad stgrq running while we are downloading in the background. So let's go ahead and initiate. And we can see here we do have a radconct, and here we have a rad stgrq. So very quickly you can see that the rad stgrq is the only thing running. So we are now downloading our bits. Things want to run real slow here. So we are downloading the bits, and we download the bits here. And while we are downloading the bits, we should be able to see the results here. Once we start to transfer that information through the infrastructure, it will appear here in reporting. So we were going to get status reports. And here we go. We can see that it's actively building. When we download in the background, we download the service to the rad stage folder. So this is different than a normal Radia Software Connect. So inside of RAD Stage Z service is where you're going to see this Win10 1909 ESD service. Normally it would be in the system folder here. So while we are downloading, let's see if we are now. Yep. So here we can now see that our machine is actively in progress of downloading in the background. So we will go ahead and go on pause while this is running, and I'll come back when this is closer to the end, and we can take a look at that callback script and what it's doing. Hello and welcome back. Our progress is going nicely and we are almost complete. So let's bring up our agent machine here. And what we are looking for is a new folder here called Windows Win10 1909 ESD. It's going to contain our Windows 10 1909 install media. So the RAD-STGRQ should end. Then we should actually automatically call the callback script. We get a radconct, we get a rad tray, and we should see the rad tray here showing the service Win10 1909 ESD. Yep, here we go. Here's our new folder. And it's now bringing in the install media. So we could have put the callback script here, packaged it, with the component select mode, but we didn't. I didn't. I put it in the C temp folder. The other thing we have to be concerned with here is since this runs in the background, we could be running another Radio Connect at the same time the callback script runs. So that's a concern. It should just queue up and run after the next Radio Connect. However, you really can't control when that's going to happen. So if you want to control when you run this second connect or this callback connect, then you should run it separately. You should run two separate Radio Connects, and you should not utilize the callback script because this callback script is going to execute. But it should not be disruptive. So it's really depends. So here we are. We have completed the download and installation of the package. Thank you for watching, and please look for more videos in the future.